Hello, everyone. My name is Sal Cosentino. I am your trainer for today from In Productions by INC2. I've been in the IT field for almost about 20 years right now. I've been training for about 5 or 6 years. I come from a strong background of both cloud and on-prem services. We're talking about from on-prem to cloud. And all the SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS and IaaC. Um, this course, we're going to definitely try to dive deep into Microsoft Intune and what Microsoft is. I mean, Microsoft Intune is the history of Intune. It's in development, pricing, benefits, advantages, and slowly give you a little bit of a brief and brief intro on the exam preparation for the MD-102 exam. Hopefully this course will push you guys to go and get that exam. The exam is, again, it's a great exam. Again, it's evolved from the MD-100 to the MD-101 and to the MD-102. Again, getting the endpoint, and I'll show you guys a little bit later on where you're getting it. We'll give you the Microsoft 365 Administrator Associate. That's going to be your credibility. That's going to be your certification for the time being. Be prepared. In this course, we're going to also teach you a little bit about the MD Endpoint Administrator course. That's given to you by our Microsoft team. And again, we're going to get you going into the course itself and get you going with the 5-day course of duration. So if you guys have a chance and you haven't yet, make sure you then create an account, then log in and look up the MD-102 T0 365 endpoint. And again, this is perfect. It's got great detail. It's got a lot of in self-directed learning. You have 5 days to do it. Take your time, all the modules, and by then you'll be prepared to take the online test preparation, and I'll show you guys how to do that later on. I've already completed the course, and at the end of the course, you should receive a sort of printout, and I'll show you what that's going to look like. Hopefully, you guys are all going to do this and follow along with me, and I'll do my best to kind of keep going and try to get you guys some detailed videos as soon as possible, because it does take time, and I'll do my best to kind of get you guys going and follow me as we go along and towards the path towards getting our endpoint certification. So this is the course we're going to be taking. I've already taken it. I will show you. MD-102. Hopefully I can show you guys the path that I took. And again, these are my courses here. There we go. So these are all the courses that I've taken so far. And again, today we're going to only take the 365 Endpoint Administrator. Once we complete it, we're able to print out an achievement award, and that achievement award will be you're now able to print that achievement or share it with your colleagues, share it on LinkedIn, share it on Instagram, and so forth. All right, so let's get started. Let's get back to the grind. So the grind, um, we'll go ahead and start. So what is Intune? And again, this is something that everybody asks. Remember, Intune started. They say 2010, 2011. Around that time, it debuted as Windows Intune, and then changed the name of Microsoft Intune in 2014. Um, it, it, it its key development then was the migration of Intune to the Microsoft Azure public cloud. And shortly in December of 2016, Microsoft unveiled a preview where administrators could access and manage Microsoft Intune using the Azure portal. So you're now able to access Intune within the Azure portal. And again, we're not going to talk about Intune and Azure portal in depth, but we are going to slowly touch base into it and wherever and whenever needed. And again, in 2017, Microsoft did announce the general availability of Intune management through the Azure portal. They've given the features of conditional access, which were also available in the portal in 2017. Then in 2018, Microsoft says, hey, Intune managed browser application on iOS and Android could utilize the SSOs to access all web applications, both SaaS, software as a service, and on premises. You're going to hear those words a lot, SaaS and on premises a lot, provided those applications connected to the Azure AD. And again, in 2019, this is when Microsoft rebranded. They rebranded from Microsoft Intune to Endpoint Manager, and that itself introduced the new product announcements such as remote help. Um, let's write this down, guys. I'm gonna write this down for you guys just to kind of help you guys out. And this included remote help and point manager, privileged manager, mint. Sorry, and also new suites were introduced. Those suites um, were products such as configuration manager. And again, configuration manager is part of the SCCM and MECM course, which is also something I'm going to be doing. So if you are interested, let me know. Send me a quick message on WhatsApp, and I'll provide the information at the end of the course or via email. Configuration manager. Again, this is it may seem boring at first, guys. Again, I understand it's I want to do a little bit of a lecture. I want you guys to kind of understand a little bit of what Intune is. I can definitely guarantee you guys this is a pure lab environment. The course is going to be strictly lab, and very hands-on. So again, make sure that you guys have the proper knowledge and background, and or even if you're just wanting to learn for the first time and want to get your hands dirty, this is a pure lab environment. You'll get your hands dirty. You'll get to understand how everything is done and how everything is used, even if you haven't done so in the past. So again, this is Configuration Manager, which is part of MECM and SCCM, Intune, and Windows Autopilot. At that time, again, this is when they did rename it to Endpoint Manager. Then in 2022, Microsoft said, "Hey, again, let's rebrand it." And then that's when Endpoint Manager went back to Microsoft Intune with several new product announcements. And again, you know, everything you see that was introduced, you know, prior to this, such as remote help, endpoint privilege management, advanced endpoint analytics, and Microsoft Tunnel for MAM. What is MAM and what is MDM? Again, Microsoft Tunnel for MAM. Again, MAM is stands for mobile application management, whereas MDM, the M stands for mobile device management. So that first batch, again, going back to the rebranding stage, the first batch of expanding tools launched um, on March 1st, and that's basically March 1st, 2023. And in 2023, the expansion of tools were launched and more features were planned for release later on in the year. I also want to note that it is important to know that Intune manages devices on the internet. What do I mean? Here's our domain. This little cloud here is going to be our internet. So this is going to be our on-premises domain. And this is going to be our cloud or internet. Right. And again, basically, you will be, you're on your laptop. Take a picture here. So, for example, here's your laptop. You kind of understand the gist of things here. But again, you do need to connect. You do need to connect to the internet, and in order to connect to the internet, you need to kind of log in and have an internet connection. So first thing you need to know is again, you need a laptop, and that laptop's it's going to be pretty straightforward. This laptop here is again, it's just a standard laptop, and our personal laptops um, uh, should have the following. Should have a minimal of 8 GB of RAM, at least a quad core processor, and at least 100 GB free of space. And again, you guys, again, if you don't know how to, just go to start and run and search for system information. And once you find that information should give you the details that you need. And again, with an internet connection, and I stress this out with Wi-Fi or internet, just make sure that you're able to connect to the cloud and you're able to log in. You're able to log into your office environment. one, and you're also able to log into intune.microsoft.com. And again, you're also able to log into admin center, microsoft.com, and you're also able to log into azure.microsoft or Entra, no longer called Azure, entra.microsoft.com. All right, so these are the sites that we're going to be following suit on and making sure that these are actually sites that we're able to log into. And again, make sure that we're able to log into this website. And again, once we log into the website, we should be able to open up our cloud domain and our cloud. And then once we open up our cloud, we should be able to now see. Now see the Intune portal, and hopefully I can show you guys the Intune portal here. I'll minimize that. And again, Intune manages the devices on the internet, so just make sure that you're aware of the differences of how you are going to be and how the lab setup is going to how the lab setup is going to take effect. And again, this is going to be we're going to set up our labs a little later on in the other videos, and I'll show you guys how to do that. I think I've already have set up the lab video for the Intune account and how to create the account. And again, um, you know, if you do have any questions, you're more than welcome to let me know and send me a quick email message or or wait for the other videos to come through. There are there are there are some competitors, and again, I want to make sure that the competitors there are competitors of Microsoft, obviously, and there are examples. And again, these big, medium-sized companies, they want to manage their devices and they want to manage their applications, and there are different sorts of competitors that are similar to Intune, um, and some of these are AirWatch, and that's by VMware. There's also SOTI, Landesk, Tanium, Goods, BlackBerry, and of course, Microsoft. Intune. These are competitors, and again, these are typical competitors. There's large competitors that deal with big and medium-sized companies, and these big and medium-sized companies, big size companies are the reason why they're able to support their application for the end users. Remember, Intune is it's been around for a while now. There's a lot of vacancies out there for the SCCM and MECM, and again, there are different. It's very easy to learn and manage. There's no programming whatsoever or coding with Intune. Um, you know, language or coding language. You can manage your devices from anywhere. Uh, Much easier um, than SCCM, now called MECM. There's a good future. Good future. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of jobs out there. There are some good salary ranges out there that range between $40 and $60 per hour in Canada and the USD. So let's say about $40 to $60 an hour USD. Uh, it's good, some good future, good salary. And lastly, again, it is very mature product. It is a very matured product. And lastly, it's a very mature product. And again, it's widely spread and widely known. And again, this is basically, being taking this course and being able to, follow along, you know, gets you certified and gets you certified for the MD-102 endpoint administrator. I'm going to stop here for now. And again, my next session, I'll talk strictly about the exam preparation. So I hope this video was informative and you learned a lot. If you have any questions, please post your comments below or send me a message and I'll hope to hear from you guys soon. Thanks.